Hello, everyone. I am Haley Marie, and welcome to my podcast, Social Life for Consciousness, Instigator of Possibilities. I had taken a little bit of a break. My apologies for that. I have been diligently working on a couple of websites, and I had some classes, and now we should be back on our regular schedule. And today I bring you a very special podcast, one that's very important to me and in what I do in this world. And this is talking to you about the healing power of touch. Touch is such an important thing in our lives, and at the moment, many people are not receiving the healing power of touch. They're not receiving touch in their lives. We're told to be distant from others, to not allow ourselves this natural instinct and this natural thing that we do, and that is actually super healing for our body, that it boosts our immune systems, it decreases our stress, it can boost your body's natural painkillers. There's so many benefits to touch. And I'm just wondering, what if you followed your knowing and rather listening to what other people are telling you is good for you? What if you followed your knowing and you knew that going to get a massage, to receiving some type of body work would actually be healing and nurturing for your body? I've been a teacher of touch for many years, and I teach many different forms of healing and touch. And I know the value of that in my body. I see it when other people receive healing touch from others, and it has such an immune boosting effect on the body. It can heal things in the body spontaneously. And what if, instead of distancing ourselves from other people, what if standing together is standing together and actually having the awareness that being around other people, touching other people, other people's germs for that matter, can't hurt you? What if they boost your immune system? What do you know? And what is different about you? And what is different from what you know than what other people know? And what if following that awareness actually created something greater, not just in your life and living, but with the planet and what we can all create together moving forward? And I'm not saying that this is something you have to go and do, but in my life, I see the healing power of touch. Luckily, if you have a partner and you're able to receive touch for them, that's super helpful. And if this has been a more difficult time for you, what would increasing your touch and your caring with them help you with? I know for myself, I've chosen to receive body work during this time. I still do. I am now able to offer some classes and have people in them, and a few people have been choosing them. I luckily have someone in my life that I'm able to receive caring and caressing touch, and that gives me massages, and that I'm able to do the same for. And I know that this has kept my body feeling healthy. It keeps my body feeling good and keeps me stronger, and it gives me the awareness and the knowing that I don't have anything to be afraid of. I don't have to worry about taking on things that my body isn't going to choose to. And having a healthy body, it's not going to hurt me. So what do you know? Are you healthy? Do you have a strong immune system? Would you like to increase that? Would increasing the amount of touch that you receive assist you with that? If you look at different articles, and you will see an article here from this podcast, as well as there are so many articles on there as to research done on the healing power of touch. There's been research done on patients with cancer study who receive massage. Even with Access Consciousness, I'm an Access Consciousness a certified facilitator, as well as being certified in many other things. And we have many of success stories of people who have also had cancer and receiving the Access Consciousness body processes and having increased healing, more rapid healing, less effects from chemotherapy. And in these different studies around the world of cancer patients, when they've had touch, when they've had massage in their lives, they are more likely to heal and fully recover from the symptoms that they've had, from the dis-ease that they took on in their body. I mean, even with infants who receive touch, who have nurturement, who have hugs from the time that they come into this world, they develop better, they develop faster than infants that don't. They have stronger immune systems from infants that don't receive this. And it's even been shown that infants that don't receive this, they sometimes don't even survive. Children who grow up with hugs, that grow up with love and being touched from their families, they are also less violent. And children who don't receive as much of this from their family, who don't receive the hugs, who don't receive the love and the touch, they often grow up with more symptoms and showing signs of violence in their lives and having more violent temperaments than kids who receive this power of touch. I just giving sessions to people, touching people, for me is very natural. And when we're told to not be around people and to not touch them, this seems so unnatural to me. I can be out having conversations with people, and my natural instinct is just to reach out and touch them. And it doesn't mean that it's in a sexual format. It's a connection. It's that healingness. It's that nurturingness that you want to give to them just by touching them, touching their hand or touching their arm or their shoulder, whatever it is. And when people receive that and they're able to receive that, you can see the healing that it gives to them. I've had people just talk to me and say that they feel healed talking to me. And most likely I may have touched their shoulder or touched their arm or something during the conversation, because again, it comes naturally to me. I actually have to hold back and restrain myself from touching when I'm having a conversation with somebody I may have just met, and I realize what I'm doing because I touch people for a living. I help them to feel better in their bodies and to heal. I've never had anybody leave who didn't feel better or less stressed from receiving a nurturing touch, or from a class where we offer Access Consciousness bars, and just receiving the touch of these energy points on the head, they just feel so much happier and healthier and better in their bodies. Just from being touched on the head, the gratitude that people have. Hugging people is natural. Hugging increases those oxytocins as well. It's a very nurturing form of touch to truly hug someone and hug them with your energy and not just with your touch. I always hug people. I didn't grow up this way. I didn't grow up with hugs, and I didn't grow up with a lot of touch and a lot of love. My parents just were not those type of people to offer physical displays of affection. I didn't see them physically touch each other in front of us, and they really didn't hug us very often. I didn't grow up with a violent temper. However, I can see where it was not always easy for me to be close to people at a young age. It was more ease for me to be close with people sexually than it was to be close to them in caring and loving relationships. And I'm very grateful that that has changed for me. I'm sure through the work that I've done, and also allowing that into my life, and to allowing touch, to receiving more massages throughout the years, to receiving body work. My body loves to be touched, and it's interesting for me because even when I have people that do somewhat of hands-off work, they usually have that natural instinct to touch me. So my body likes to be touched, and it's usually asking to have that nurturingness for it. My body is aware of that. So follow your knowing. Reach out and hug someone. What do you know? Do you know that you're healthy and that no one can pass something to you that your body isn't willing or wanting to take on? So what do you know about your immune system and your health? And what would it take for you to receive some body work? Maybe take a class, if that would be fun for you, on touch. I am actually offering some workshops online on touch as well. And I would love to have you at one of them. And come to a class. I will be having a bars class soon here in New York City. We do have to follow guidelines as put forth out there when we have a class such as this. However, what would it contribute to your body to receive some touch? To meet up with a friend and give them a hug. You know, if you don't have a partner around, if you don't have that so much in your life, where can you receive that from? What would be fun for you and your body? And what if you let go of fear? And what if you stood up for your being and your body and what it requires in this world? I know I would like to. As well, having touch in our life, the benefits of it so outweigh not being touched. You know, during this time, so many people who are alone have told me that they have had more depression. They're not feeling so well. There's actually been studies done. You hear doctors talking about it. The increase in stress, the increase in anxiety, the increase in depression, and even the increase in suicides from not having this human contact. It stresses out our body. This is actually what weakens our immune system as well. When we don't have touch in our lives, our body begins to lose its ability to heal itself. When we have touch, our immune system is stronger. It strengthens our immune system. This is research that has been done that is medically proven the healing power of touch. Having touch in our lives promotes sleep. It reduces insomnia. It increases our levels of oxytocin to the brain. And it also ramps up our body's production of natural painkillers. It increases your joy. It reduces stress and anxiety. And you guys, this is just to name a few. So what would it take for you to have some more touch in your life right now? Would it be going and getting a massage? Would it be taking a class that teaches you about touch? Would it be creating more communion with your partner? Would it be going to see a friend and just having a hug? Have more hugs in your life, have more touch. And the only thing that you have to fear is the fear itself. It's not just a saying. There's so much truth in that. Fear is non-existence. It's a made-up feeling of this reality. And if you let go of the fear, if you let go of the fear of what you're picking up from everybody else, what would you truly like to create in this world? This is a time where we can make a difference, where we can actually bring more touch and more caring and nurturing into the world, or we can reject it like so many people are, like so many governing bodies are telling us to do, to separate ourselves from other people and the world. When has that ever been natural? We're a society of creatures that like to cohabitate, that like to commune, that it nurtures our bodies when we commune with other people, when we get together with them, when we allow them to heal us and to nurture us, and we can do the same for them. So what would you like to see in the world? Would you like to see more of this separateness? Or would you like to have a sense of closeness again? A closeness with the people around you, a closeness with your family and your friends, and the nurturing and the healing power of touch in your life every single day. What would that create for you? What would that change for you? And what would that change for the world? Thank you all for listening. Thank you for joining me. You can read the full blog article on my website, sociallightforconsciousness.com. You'll be able to find it on my different social media channels. And I would love to have you at a class someday. You can find my facilitating schedule on my website or at accessconsciousness.com. I would love to have you at one of those classes, or maybe you just want to take a workshop online. Again, some of these classes are online and some of the classes are in person. And I wish you all the most amazing day, and always choose for you and your life and what you would like to see created in the world. Ciao for now.